November 16th, y'all. We made it. We
made it.
We all the way live. It's all the way live. Rolling out AM. Wake up call. We all the way live.
Today.
Right there.
Tomorrow. Next week.
We need some help.
Always need some help.
Hold on.
Like,
Let's get back to help.
Monday vibes.
Oh no, we not. Every Monday is motivation.
That's what we're going with. We're going with Mac.
Like
the sun is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping, and I'm excited. Time to get ready, ready for another day. No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. Oh, 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 oh. You do your best, best, and I do mine, mine. So let's get ready, ready, ready. 'Cause it's about that time. Good morning, good morning, you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, to the way. Good morning, dance and play. Good morning, so start to say. Good morning, open your eyes. Good morning, reach for the sky. Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning. You see me on my grind. Woo, stars got to shine. I'm a supernova. Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah, I'm on the move. I got a way to shine to it. So let me hear you say, every day we gonna learn and play.
Hey, it's your day. It's Rolling Out AM coming your way with Portia Monique on the show. Coming from the D, showing us what you have to know. This is a wake-up call, you see, with Tierra Berry. What's it gonna be? It is something new coming to you. Romeo International Think. Watch out. Coming forward to you. Hey, everybody, we're glad to be here today. It is Monday, and the Rolling Out AM crew is coming your way. What's up, Portia Monique?
What's up, y'all? They putting us on punishment again. Weekend is going on punishment again starting Wednesday. So.
Well, let's not claim anything negative. So
I don't know if it's negative.
Punishment, it means that you did something wrong. At least, from my
doing something wrong.
No, we.
You've been doing something wrong since March.
I'm not claiming anybody's we.
No, it's a group project. We all in.
Obviously, it's not a group project. Obviously,
it's a big fat F.
Ain't no group project.
Ain't no group project.
Project, y'all. Whether y'all want to be.
It did not start that way, and it will not end that way.
Listen, we all have to come together and beat this thing. Stay indoors. The Michigan governor, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, came out and basically said starting Wednesday, everything shut down. Everything shut down. Sports for kids, casinos, bars. This was in my report, but we might as well cover it now. Everything is shut down. Casinos, movie theaters, group exercise classes, ice skating rinks, even though that's outside. Indoor water parks, which is a big fat yuck. Amidst COVID. In-person learning at colleges and high schools, offices that conduct business remotely, stadiums, arenas, high school sports, arcades, bingo halls, bowling centers.
What y'all doing over there?
That's gonna be that. I mean, as soon as Biden get in office, that's gonna be all of us.
You ain't sitting down no Atlanta clubs.
You'll see.
Dang.
You'll see.
We need to shut down the Atlanta clubs. The Atlanta clubs are the super spreaders.
Atlanta clubs are off the chain.
Ironically enough, I would have thought that Atlanta would have been crazier in cases, or well, maybe it is a lot of cases, and maybe it's just young people aren't getting sick. But for the way that I see Atlanta outside, I would think that half the state would probably be in the hospital. The way they're moving around here.
They are. My
But
friend
you gotta understand it. Georgia is like number 5. We're not the number 5 in population across the country. We're number 5. Like we go between 4 and 5. So people have it. You got to remember the other thing is Southern individuals and the press in the South is not highlighting the effects of COVID on the community. So there's fewer COVID stories. I mean, you used to hear it. Now, beds are full. Everybody's talking about it. They had predicted this. Beds would be full. A lot of people are at home. So it's happening here. We just don't hear about it, but it's happening. I think our beds are pretty full. And we can research that for tomorrow. We can talk about the capacity, but beds are at capacity in many states, and individuals acting like they don't know how they got there. But
yeah, my mom had asked me yesterday, was I consider going to our family hometown in Virginia for Thanksgiving? And I want to know, I want to ask everybody out there, what are your Thanksgiving plans? Is this going to be like every other year where everybody gets together? Or because it's really impossible to eat wearing a mask. Like, let's be real.
It's a no. Like, it's a really big fat no. So we always go home for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and we can't go. I asked my mom, I'm like, so when you gonna be ready to go? She was like, when COVID is over. So it's a no. Like, nobody can come to the house for Thanksgiving. We're not going to anyone's house. We're not eating out. Christmas is a wash. This will probably be the first Christmas that I've spent in Michigan in, how old is my baby? My baby, 15 years?
25.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, but in over 15 years, it'll be the first Christmas that we spent in Michigan in over 15 years.
Interesting. Wow.
Romeo, what you gonna do for Thanksgiving?
Oh, we kicking it with the family, man.
He going to surf it.
Kicking with the family. 'Cause, like,
He gonna surf right there at the house.
Yeah.
I said that we should all get like one of those rapid tests before we go to grandma's house and just do it that way.
Right. Yeah, we
Your grandmother lives in Atlanta?
Virginia.
So are you going?
I'm deciding. My family, if I don't show up, it ain't gonna be no Thanksgiving. Ain't gonna be no birthday for me either. Ain't gonna be nothing for me. I'm gonna be shunned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Right.
It's not advised. That's for
I'm gonna get tested though, for sure.
Yeah, but tests are only as good for that moment. Test isn't good after you get off the plane. Test isn't good after any of those other human experiences. Testing is good for that moment.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. Especially that's not the kind of gift you want to bring to a senior citizen.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and I'm hearing that these tests, like, was it Erykah Badu over the weekend? She got tested, and then one nostril was positive, the other nostril was negative. Like, we have to remember.
Body, right? We're only talking about one body from one human.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Elon, I think Elon Musk had the same experience. Like, I wonder how accurate are these tests?
But I'm just trying to figure out, is COVID in the body or is it not in the body? Because see, I don't care about your nostrils. Mm-hmm. I want to know, is COVID in your body? See, I don't want to get in this trickeration. See, it's some more trickeration. It's here, but no, it is in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have the capacity to spread it.
Yep.
And somebody would still take a picture with it.
Yeah.
Mark,
they lie dormant.
Mark Murray said people need to throw away this year and do the visiting next year.
Agree, Mark. I agree. Like, sit at home, stay at home. Like, just have an intimate dinner with yourself if you're at home by yourself, just with the people in your household. Like, stay at home.
That's sad, because I live alone, so it's like I feel like that's a mental effect on me too, because I don't cook like my grandma.
But you also want your grandma to cook for a very long time. So
True.
I don't know how you get in there or how you close
I would drive.
by yourself?
Yeah, I drive by myself all the time. 6 hours.
What's that?
You know, but it's nothing like getting a care package and
I say,
you know getting
What you want her
everything.
to overnight me some macaroni and cheese?
She can overnight the whole thing, love. They do it every day. They got Blue Apron. They got everybody. Just they
I
ready.
don't want no Blue Apron. Sorry, Blue Apron, but not for Thanksgiving.
No, I wasn't talking about Blue Apron. I'm saying grandma's apron. She can just put it on there, wrap it up, and send it to you frozen, and you can heat it up.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm gonna pray on
I
it.
think I'm gonna order some cookies.
from your mama.
Mm.
Yes,
I think
good.
cookies are about as far as I'm gonna go. I miss it. The weather's better out there, but no.
Where's your family located, Martin?
Mustn't don't divulge that type of information, especially.
No. Okay. I mean, I thought he was in
That's
Chicago.
very
I was like,
teasing you. It
I was
is
like,
not
okay,
that
Chicago, but I didn't know Chicago had good weather right now.
You know, cold is good depending on where you are. It was raining in the D. I was talking to my partners. I did 11 miles yesterday. So 11.6 miles yesterday.
Yeah, I switched over to cycling now. So I'm running for yesterday. Cycling, man, I did not know it was that to be on a bike for 40 minutes to an hour. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Cycling hurts.
It hurts. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm switching over, Munson, just to let you know. Just for the rest of the year, though. Just for the rest of the year.
So you got a
Warm
cycle now?
again.
It's in your
Yeah.
house.
No. I'm going to the gym. I'm at the gym.
You're in the
Close
gym.
the gym. Didn't they close the gym, Romeo? They not closed.
Not in Georgia. Nothing's closed in Georgia. Why do you
We outside.
There's nobody in the gym.
This is why we getting the F.
There's nobody in the gym at 3:00 in the morning with me.
We're gonna open. Everybody said, let's go to Atlanta. We going to Atlanta.
Nah, everybody's really still saying let's go to Miami and let's go to Vegas. I mean, you talk about places, people are still turning up in Vegas.
Yep. The police are concerned in Atlanta because over the past weekend, they said they feel like Atlanta's getting back to its normal self because there's been 2 club shootings. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of more regular happenings that were taking place before COVID. You know, break-ins, things of that nature. So Atlanta police is very afraid of where Atlanta is headed during this holiday season. I'll say this. I'm with Munson. Like these cats are finna open up a new club. They about to reopen up Onyx. Like
I saw that. I didn't want to say that, but I saw that.
Yeah, they're not shutting down. And if they do get shut down, I don't see it. Do I see it being enforced?
It would be enforced, but not for long. Not for long.
I can see Keisha Lance Bottom putting her foot down for a week.
Do something. All them people heading to Atlanta to have some fun.
Well, first of all, we ain't Michigan. We ain't ice skating and going to water parks in November. How about that?
I'm saying, y'all need to do something. Our governor is strict. We got strict parents over here. It's gonna be good for the long run. Trust.
Yeah, good for the long run, but you have to weigh out. This is my only way out. I'm cool with the long run, but they got to start weighing out economy.
Yeah.
Start weighing out effects on different communities, and they got to start weighing out people's mental stability of how long they can be enclosed.
Isolated. Yeah. Because that's starting to affect me more, I think, now as we get closer to the holidays and thinking about like the community of people that I'm used to being around in the holiday season specifically. I think that we have to, I mean, of course, COVID is and safety is at the utmost importance, but there are a lot of effects of this, I think, now that I'm starting to realize past just people getting sick, that I think we won't even know the true effects of COVID until 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. Suicide rates are up. It's a crazy moment in history.
So I just got this text in, Pennsylvania is shutting down their city from November 20th through January 1st, 2021. They said, forget all the holidays. They said no restaurants, no indoor dining, only takeout and delivery, outdoor dining, but require parties to be individual household members only and reduce the maximum table size to 4. Retail stores are closed. Like, how they gonna do Christmas and Thanksgiving, Black Friday and all that?
Online, e-commerce.
Sports prohibited, gyms, schools, colleges, high schools, elementary, childcare, and early childhood education. It's gonna be some parents going crazy, y'all.
I'm good for the chat.
What was that? Oh.
That's just a conversation. People gonna have to chat it up. They're gonna have to be on Zoom. They got to be on something, but they're gonna have to get out of them faces and thinking that this virus is going away. They're just spreading the virus.
Shay, our partner from Wednesdays, Health and Wellness, said they're getting ready to shut down the nation again because people don't listen. I mean, people don't listen. I'm with you, but there's a big but, man. Like you're not gonna give people options. You can't tell
They
people.
if they're gonna shut down the nation, we're gonna need a stimulus check. As in the whole nation needs more stimulus. Huh?
Where are we spending the stimulus check at? We can't go nowhere.
It's not even more so about spending the money. I just think people need to get comfortable with the fact that if they stay home, they'll have a source, something that they can just put in their pocket. Don't go out spending that money. Be responsible with it. But I just think that people need that. It was a relaxation that hit the country when they gave that stimulus check. I think people need that to feel comfortable in their heads about staying at home all the time and not getting out and making money.
Well, stimulus is supposed to stimulate the economy. So I don't know where it's going to that. But let's go to report, y'all. It's 8:17. What's going on in the report?
You said it's supposed to stimulate. You right about that?
It is. Stimulate the economy.
All right. So I was really excited to see that there is going to be a Fresh Prince reunion special brought to you by HBO Max. And they will be airing this special reunion on Thanksgiving Day, either Thanksgiving Day or that Black Friday. I'm not too sure, but I'm excited to see that both Aunt Vivians will be there. I don't know how they're gonna write this or perform this because it's really the same person twice in the script, but it's exciting to see that the old Aunt Viv is getting along with the cast and crew after her departure years ago.
So we spoke about this last night, and somebody said that light-skinned Aunt Viv was not aging well. That's all they said. I didn't say that because I don't talk about people, but dark-skinned Aunt Viv looks really good. They all look good, actually. They're old. What, Romeo?
I ain't saying go back to
me. They all look good to me. It is great to see that they all can make amends and come together. And I'm sure that the episode or if it's an episode or a special, whatever, they're gonna add some humor to it. Remember when they switched out the Aunt Vivs, they added a little humor to it. And it was like, this Aunt Viv, something different with her. So I'm sure they'll make it funny, hilarious, something to sit around the table and watch with our immediate members of our family. Because we're not supposed to be socializing with nobody else.
But you can't see it if you ain't subscribed to HBO Max.
And I canceled my HBO Max because I finished watching Lovecraft Country. I guess I need to get it back.
Yeah.
No. HBO Max is different from HBO.
I canceled all of it, whatever it was.
Okay. It is? What?
Yeah.
They tried it. They tried it. They put it on HBO Max the same way they put the Beyonce special on Disney, thinking that we was all going to get Disney Plus because nobody was really getting Disney Plus. So now they're going to do HBO Max instead of HBO. Got you.
There you go.
Heard you. All right, let's bring up the next report.
Ashley.
Jeremiah, one of my favorite singers of this generation, super talented artist, has been hospitalized and is currently in the ICU for COVID-19. There's been a lot of different friends of his in terms of celebrities, like T.I., 50 Cent even said pray for him, that he's been on the ventilator. So he's been in really serious condition. He probably was outside and getting to the money and doing everything like that, because he does live out in LA where they don't social distance all the time. And it just goes to show that he's still young. I don't even think he's 30 yet, but he's on a ventilator with COVID. So stay safe out there, and just know that this is not just an old people's disease. It can affect young people too.
Prayers to him, his family, his immediate circle, all of them. Y'all, stay in. Like, it's not that difficult. Stay in the house. Like, if you want to live, stay in the house. Social distance. Put on a mask. Like, I'm just saying. I hope he recovers.
Yeah, reportedly he's doing a little bit better. He's moving around and kind of talkative. I don't think he's on the ventilator anymore, but his condition is still really serious. And plus he has to stay isolated. You know, you can't really have people come visiting you at the hospital. So that's the worst thing about COVID. Even if you do get sick, it's not like people can be there and support you.
Yup. Hey, man. Sorry to hear that, brother.
Young people, y'all are not invincible. So I just need y'all to know. I saw video of a concert this weekend in Atlanta.
Hold up.
Which concert?
You see my face?
You talking about the Mulatto and 2 Chainz?
You see my face?
It was a parking lot concert, but everybody.
Mulatto and 2 Chainz, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was terrible.
You was there, won't you?
You was there, Romeo. Is that where I saw it? I saw it on your story.
You know what, Portia, you right. People need to stay in, and y'all need to protect yourselves.
Listen, it was shocking to say the least. Like, what happened? I don't get Romeo.
What?
I didn't see you having on a mask. Did you have on your mask?
It was okay. First of all, I had on my mask.
So you were there.
There.
Damn it. I will say that 80% of the people probably didn't have on a mask. 80%. I'll say that. You can't twerk with a mask on.
Okay.
It said parking lot concert, but that didn't look like.
Question.
You know what's so crazy, Portia? So let's just say from the stage to the parking lot was a good 12 feet. Now, when you get to the cars and how they park next to each other, that's just terrible.
Y'all, let us see some video footage. I know you got some on your phone.
What? Twerking?
Let me see, because we got a national audience, so we want them to be able to see firsthand what was going on in Atlanta. This is why we keep getting the F for the nation.
I'll pull it up right now and send it to Ashley. But yeah, that's what had happened. Man, look at you know what? We got some nice weather. As we move on, what are we moving on from?
Do you think that we should, and obviously as cases have risen, we have to kind of like shut everything down and go back to a lockdown. But do you think that the problem is people need to just stay home, or the problem is people need to still do what they have to do and continue being outside, but just wear masks? Is wearing masks enough right now?
It ain't that. Yeah, wearing masks is enough. But everybody, whole picture, everybody's not creative like us. Everybody doesn't have, I'm not gonna say everybody doesn't have options. Everybody doesn't have hobbies, right? So majority of these people that's going crazy, they don't have extenuating hobbies. And then you saying, hey, be in this house for 4 weeks to a month. Man, people gonna lose their mind. Now you asking people to lose their mind. That's what you asking.
Okay, I can see that. Like, I have people in my household that I can interact with, so I understand. And I don't necessarily understand because I just don't have experience with that. Being in the house by myself, I can see how that can make a person go crazy. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do, Tiara?
I don't know. I mean, I hate the fact that I'm a homebody and I like being at home. And as an only child, I'm really good at being to myself, but I don't like having to, if that makes sense. Like having to for 2-3 months, that forcefulness, and then feeling like a lot of, I mean, I feel like this is all of our careers. You get paid by interacting with people. That's how money and economy works.
I realized that during this whole pandemic, I like meeting new people. I like interacting with them. I like doing stuff with new people. Like, I like creating new experiences. Beforehand, I was good. I was like, I'm good. I'm not going. Who all gonna be there?
Yeah.
But now I do. I like meeting and having new experiences with people. And I don't know if that's a direct result of the pandemic because we were restricted and prohibited to doing that, or if it's just a new experience because I'm experiencing new things. I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah.
I don't like being around people no more like I used to be. It's awkward. It's awkward now. Now it's become awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey Romeo, you coming? First of all, who gonna be there? This is my new thing. Who gonna be there? How many people gonna be there? And what precautions are y'all taking for COVID?
Okay, but you was in the parking lot though.
But here's the difference though. I could be in the parking lot.
You liked who was all gonna be there. They answered the right questions, huh?
Cause the thing about it, I just sent you an overhead video that a friend of mine took. Here's the difference though. I can control my, like, I'm Romeo. I can control my where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I can control that.
I want it being on stage at the 2 Chainz and Mulatto concert.
Because I can stand behind this DJ booth, away from people where they can't get behind the DJ booth. I can stand in this corner next to this security. You know what I'm saying? Like I have the ability to control. I think a lot of people, but I'm aware. Like Tiara is aware. Portia, you're aware. A lot of people aren't aware as us. So, you know what I'm saying? To them, a fashion mask is a mask is a fashion statement to them. They trying to match their masks to their clothes. They, you know what I'm saying? They got Gucci masks. First of all, Gucci don't make masks. You know what I'm saying? Like, people trying to be cool about it. I ain't trying to be cool. I'm trying to be
alive. Yeah. We'll see.
Actually, I hope you got the video I sent you, because that was a good friend of mine. Her name is Julian. She was literally standing to the left of me, and she was doing overhead with a drone. And hopefully Ashley can show the audience that. Iris Baker, I'm hoping that the winter comes, everyone will stay in the house. They can control the virus. I see you. Shay, stimulus, I agree, help stay afloat. Yeah, put something at these people's mind. All these people yelling at the concert and singing in the crowd is floating in the air. You right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Concerts, it's gonna be a while before they do concerts, because people.
Oh, man.
Mosh pits. If you think about a mosh pit now,
just the weird. That's all. It's just the weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to check my mood.
Ashley, could you show the video?
Let's play the video real quick.
This is the overhead. This is off of a drone.
Well, that part doesn't look as bad. It's this.
This is the early of the night. So these are how far the cars are apart, right? That's how far the stage is from the cars, right? So unless you're VIP, well, what they call VIP, you actually have some discount.
What is he saying?
That's
But
Joe.
as you can see,
Is that Joe Romeo?
Yeah, he helped the opener. So if you look to the right, that's just a group of people with no man standing to the right. You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta gonna hustle, man. They gonna figure it out. It's crazy.
That's gonna
Atlanta's gonna figure it out. All right, one more story for me.
So crazy, y'all.
Congratulations to Dame Dash and I want to say his fiance. I think they're engaged. Raquel Horn, who we all know as Rocky. I met her before. She's super sweet. They just welcomed a newborn baby boy. She went years and years of IVF and she had some miscarriages. She had a lot of trouble in the past with pregnancies, but she had a goal to have a baby. She finally delivered either yesterday or the day before, a beautiful baby boy. So congratulations to them. And I just wanted to put that out there that if you have a goal or something you want to accomplish, you can make it happen. It might not come as easy as you want it to come, but if you have a goal, stick to it. Her goal was to be a mother and now she is. So congratulations to the both of them on this new child.
Yep. I'm gonna be Go ahead, Portia.
Well, I was just saying congratulations because after going through stuff like that, it's traumatizing. And to really have faith and keep pushing in that process, it takes a toll on your body. And I have friends that, they just have never been able to conceive, and they tried and tried and tried, and they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars because every round of IVF, I know back in the day it was like $10,000 to $15,000. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars only to, not be able to conceive in the long run. So shout out to her. Congratulations. That is definitely a blessing. And
yep. I can't wait till I think I'm gonna knock some out 2022.
Did you say knock something out?
Knock some out.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why is that the language? All right, Black History facts. Let's do that. Knock something. I at least you could say knock something up, not knock it out. All right. November 16th, 2004, President Bush announced his nomination of Condoleezza Rice as Secretary of State. She was the first Black woman to serve in the position, though there's, a lot of different bipartisan differences and things of that nature. We still have to acknowledge the fact that she was the first Black woman put in that position. Shout out to Black women in politics.
Shout out to her. I liked her.
Yeah, she was, she was cool. She wasn't no, what's his name? That Trump got? That just got COVID. What's his name? The doctor with the brain.
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson, yeah.
Ben Carson. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, Ben Carson.
Okay.
Yeah. I like
I
Condoleezza
put
Rice.
my AirPods in. So I don't know if y'all can hear me or not.
We can hear you.
It's not looking like it. Okay, cool.
Well, you look good.
Okay, birthdays.
Birthdays.
What?
You look good. You done got on this whole, you know what? Let's go to birthdays. Who got?
Lisa Bonet.
My AirPods in.
Man, I had a big crush on her before she
Still looks good. She's just an older mother now.
Gorgeous.
She looks good.
She is gorgeous. She don't look like nobody mama. Damn, 53. Come through.
Lisa Bonet, she doesn't adhere to, I think, societal standards of beauty, but she's still so flawlessly beautiful in a sense.
Right.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Flip De Niro turned 25. Fat Boy SSE 27. He's been quiet in the media. Is this Bobo 21 and Noah Gray KB 25. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy
And that's when the
birthday,
birthday
y'all.
song.
That's when the birthday song's supposed to
Hit it.
drop. We got balloons, yeah.
Let me
The
send you
cake
birthday.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way. We got the music playing, cause it's your holiday. We invited family, and everybody came. Now strike a pose for me like you in a picture frame. You got your finest clothes on, and $1 million smile. So we gon' celebrate you for a while. And don't forget we got these candles when you away. Don't forget we got the candles, candles, candles. Happy birthday, gonna celebrate you for a while. Candles, candles, blowing you away. Wait, 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 wait. Candles, candles, candles. Happy birthday, happy, happy girl, happy, happy girl. So if you're proud to make another year.
Yeah, strong your hands up. Birthday song. Happy birthday, y'all.
I was dancing to the birthday song. Happy birthday,
Yes.
Happy
Lady.
Lisa Bonet is gorgeous. 53 looks.
And both her baby fathers get along. She has great relationships. Her
Wait a
husband,
minute. Both. Who was her other baby daddy?
she got what's the Kravitz? She's Lenny Kravitz, and then also that actor
She got
who
a
plays
baby by the
Aquaman.
actor?
She has
She has
two
a-
twins. I think she has twins with him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. She has two young kids with him.
Okay.
I think they're twins. Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aquaman. That's his name. He's Aquaman.
Very nice looking. Both of her husbands are significant others, but very, very nice looking. Her and
Yeah.
Lenny, they competing to see who gonna look the youngest because Lenny out here looking like a
Lenny looks
somebody
young.
very snack.
Lenny and Zoe be hanging out like that's her friend. Like that don't even look like her dad.
Like what portion? What do he look like?
A zaddy snack. He look like a zaddy snack. I'm just saying.
I love and Iris Baker, man. Happy birthday to her nephew Jonathan. Jonathan, he just turned 16. I
Happy
love
birthday.
listening to women. Women are so slick. Y'all are so slick. Women, this is how women compliment men. Whether they married, that's what I noticed. Whether they married or not married, you ask women, would you date so and so? Nah, I want to date so and so. That's a married man. He's a da 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 da. But then turn around, they're quick to say, but you know, he do got zaddy qualities though. He do got some zaddy qualities.
Of course. I mean, look at Boris Kojo. We don't want to take Nicole Ari Parker's man, but Boris Kojo is fine. Period.
He fine. He tall too. Like it's nothing like a tall, fine man. Like you could be short and fine. It just don't fit same. You be like, you cute, but so
But when we got heels on, how we gonna look at going to somebody's wedding?
Top. Okay. Top, each one of y'all, top 3 men today that have a chance. Idris. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Idris. That's it. Idris. I don't see nobody else.
I saw Idris at Perimeter Mall one time, and he was so low, like he was like you couldn't even tell that it was him. But then I looked at his bodyguard and looked at him, and I was like, I see you, Idris. Right at Perimeter Mall.
What you say? Idris come around that corner. Y'all won't see no more morning show of her. She just.
I'm just saying.
Of course, yeah. We don't know. Over in London or wherever you from.
Over in England.
Idris. Yeah.
Eating crepes.
Mm-hmm. I'll be having a whole bunch of new experiences with him. Mm-hmm.
Tiara, what for you? Who? Give me one.
Growing up, I loved Trey Songz. That was my crush growing up.
They say he
No comment.
I forgot we was on the morning show, but they say he's very, what's the word? Come and say, how do I say
Unique.
erotic?
Yeah.
Erotic.
Mhm.
Okay.
I know the words you're looking for. What do they call that?
I like Trey. I'll just leave it there.
Trey Songz. Okay.
I actually did meet him once too. He's super sweet. But I was super young though. Like I was young, so obviously I didn't have a chance with him when I was a minor. Now, let's see what clubs he at now. I wear my mask.
Don't go meet him at a club. Y'all go find out where he gonna be, what he like to do, and then go accidentally bump into him. That's how you do it.
He's been doing a lot of like community stuff, which is cool. Like I like to see that celebrities have been doing those things. So he's been giving food out and taking care of his community in Virginia. So
that don't erase his eroticism.
Charlie.
That don't erase his eroticism.
Michael B. Jordan. That's another one for me. I like Michael B. Jordan.
I only liked him in Wakanda. What was the name of
Black Panther?
No. What was his name? He had a dark name too.
Killmonger.
Oh yeah, Killmonger. You didn't like him in Creed?
No. Portia,
you didn't like him as the boxer?
No.
Okay. All right.
Hey, because a lot of people don't think she black. Give me Charlize Theron, Nicole Murphy, or
Nicole Murphy.
Oh, you like cougars?
Or the what's the black lady from the show that all the females watch? How to Kill Something.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Viola. I got my voice. Like, hey Viola. How you doing, Viola?
Nicole might shade you though. They said Nicole basically said that Michael Strahan didn't have enough money for her. She basically said that going from Eddie and private jets all over the place to having to fly commercial, she was just like, oh.
No, so crazy that you brought that up, Portia. I know we went on our guest. Over the weekend, there was this social meme going around that said men base relationship off of physical appearance, women base relationship off of monetary value.
Mm-hmm.
That was going around.
I mean, it's true. Sometimes
you say that.
Women also base relationships off of love, where men be like,
we be like, what? Off the jump?
Yeah, be like,
They be thinking we cool, we alright.
I love you.
It be like, stay back. 6 feet.
My whole thing is guys be doing this, that, and the third to win a woman's affection, and then when a girl fall in love, they be like, why would you think I wanted something serious with you?
It's the hunt.
And then all of a sudden you didn't want a relationship. What?
It's the hunt, Tiara. It's the hunt and it's the chase. Guys are hunters. They love to hunt. They love to chase. So you got to give them something to hunt and chase.
Always for the entire relationship. 40 years married, they still got to be hunting and chasing.
Thinking somebody else wants you. You just don't know. You better watch out because somebody. It's so
I was about to say something to get me in trouble. But that's why a lot of y'all old dudes be slipping up.
Why?
Not paying attention to your wives. Just saying. Hey, our guest is here. Good thing I'm a man. I was about to say something crazy. Nope. Hey, Iris Baker. Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Brandon. That way.
It's turned around the room. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's the right way, but I think you need to unlock your phone and then turn it.
Oh man.
He was upside down to the side.
Is it better now?
Upside down.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a little bit
There
better.
we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. They're trying to. Hey, Brandon, I'm glad you came on here, man. These two women are trying to tell us men that we ain't got no love value, man. That we only in it for the looks.
That's not true.
No,
I'm in it for the
Not all
love
the time.
sometimes.
Right, not all the time.
if it worked.
Well, welcome to the AM Wake Up Call,
Yes.
Brandon. Brandon is a national Alzheimer's caregiver, and he just wrote his first book dedicated to his father. Go ahead and introduce yourself to our family and let them know what you do, and we'll get into this book. If you guys didn't know, this is National Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and we have Brandon on to tell us all the good things about what's going on with that.
All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for having me. My name is Brandon Burke. I am, as Portia said, an Alzheimer's advocate. My dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2015. If you didn't know, it is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States right now. And there are over 5 million people who have Alzheimer's. And it's projected to be about 14 million in the next 30 years or so. So I've been dealing with this with my dad for the past 5 years. It's actually something that has been in my family for a minute. My grandmother had it as well. And so I decided that in addition to all of my work with the Alzheimer's Association, I wanted to write a book to help other people. And the book is called Rediscovering Dad and Discovering Myself. I have a copy here. And it has the subtitle, A Journey Through the Impact of Alzheimer's, because it has been in the peripheral of my life, basically, for most of my life. And now it's something that I have to deal with on a daily basis. Dealing with seeing my grandmother have it was one thing, but now that my dad has it, it's a completely different, a different scenario, dealing with that individually. But I have a team of or a tribe of family and friends who help out. Some of my dad's friends, my family who comes and helps participate. So it's not just me by myself, but I also wanted to show caregivers that they are not alone. It's often a thankless kind of job that you're doing, and you don't know if there's any other support out there for you. So I wanted to show people that there are other people. There are people like me. There are younger caregivers who are out there who are dealing with this. There's not just, you typically see, older people who are caregivers, or, typically it's the faces of white people. And, it's not something that's really talked about in our community as much. So I wanted to bring that awareness to our community.
So for those who don't know, can you give us an overview of what Alzheimer's is and how it affects the person as well as the immediate family of the person that has Alzheimer's?
Sure. So, also people often confuse Alzheimer's and dementia, right? And it's Alzheimer's. It's with an A. It's not old timers or, old timers or things like that, as people often say in our community. But it's on the spectrum of dementia. So if you think of it like, what's that, autism or something, there's an autism spectrum. So dementia is the overarching thing, and Alzheimer's is a piece of that. So a lot of times people think of Alzheimer's as just something like memory loss, but it's more than that. So it is people's behaviors changing. It is their body really breaking down and forgetting to do its normal functions. Dementia, sometimes, it's just things with memory, or there may be a psychosis thing that goes along with people having dementia sometimes, but it doesn't necessarily break down their body the way that Alzheimer's does. So, you have things where they forget how to go to the bathroom, or they forget how to even walk and chew food. And it's literally taking them from being an adult to being a child. So, but for the family, it's really hard, because now you have to be the person who is in charge of that person's life. And that is what's really hard, and also because in the beginning, they still have their mental faculties. So they're like, why are you doing this to me? or, you're taking things from them, their independence. And that can be really hard, having to say, okay, you can't drive anymore, but they think that they can still drive. And, or, you have to go live at this place because we can't take care of you 24 hours a day right now based, I work, or my stepmom works and things like that. So it becomes really hard on them, and it can be very taxing on the caregiver, especially because a lot of times, like when the money that it costs, especially for like assisted living or things like that. I mean, all of that money is basically out of your own pocket. You can't even, they don't even take insurance for most of it.
You just hit something on the head, right? And shout out to Nate Westcott. You just hit something on the head. People do not understand the weight that, I'm gonna tell you right now, I understand the weight that hit you, the person. Because even when my father got sick and he lost his leg, and tell me if I'm wrong, the adjustment that we had to make on an instant, like what to do next, reading more, how do we adjust our day to adjust with their day? How do we still keep them mentally happy, keep myself mentally happy? What people don't know, it's really a back and forth, because even though that person is suffering or hurt, you're really suffering and hurting yourself, because you got to figure this out day to day, day to day, and immediately. And I applaud you for saying that, because I remember moments where, I don't know if you had these moments, I remember these mental moments where I personally was breaking down, and it wasn't breaking down out of I couldn't do it. It was breaking down because I was like, well, damn, I got to figure out how to do it. And nobody's patting you on your back. Nobody ain't giving you no hug. So I applaud you, brother. Real talk, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, things, especially with Alzheimer's, things change in an instant. I mean, one minute you could be coasting and thinking everything's fine, and, they're kind of, leveled out, or, they haven't really changed. The diagnosis hasn't changed much. But then the next thing you know, something happens, and now you got to figure out a whole new game plan. And so that's the biggest part of it, and you start asking a bunch of questions. I mean, when the diagnosis first happens, you're asking a bunch of questions, well, what's going to happen to him? What's going to happen to, this? What's going to happen to his house? What's going to happen to, finances? And then you start thinking, well, is this going to happen to me? Is this going to be, is this going to be my fate later on? And so, that's another reason why I wanted to get involved, because we have to put it in. We have to stop this as quickly as we can. I mean, it's been over 20 years since my grandmother was diagnosed, and she passed away now, but there hasn't been much change in the medication and things like that.
Yeah,
so
I wanted to ask you, because I'm really big, and all of us are really big, just on mental health and just paying attention to our minds and how our thoughts go, and what leads to these kind of diseases or ailments and things like that. And you said that they're projected to say that even more cases will be occurring overall in the next 5 to 10, 15 years. So from your studies, research, and just bringing awareness, what are some of the leading causes of dementia, Alzheimer's? What can we do to keep our brains strong, keep our brains active? I like to talk to my grandmother and ask her to recall old stories all the time. She's super alert now, but I like her to tell me things. One, because I like to listen, but two, I like to make sure that she's remembering all of us. Because sometimes she'll call me my mom's name, she'll call me my cousin's name, and I'm like, what's my name? So what are some of the things that you've seen or studied and are paying attention to as we think about mental health in our community?
So it's really important to exercise. That really helps keeping your blood circulation going. Making sure that you're watching your health, your cholesterol intake, and watching your heart conditions and things like that. Your gut health too. They're saying that there's a lot of connection with what's going on in your stomach to what's going on in your brain. So putting in those good things in your body will really help kind of ward off the disease as much as possible. Checking your blood pressure, making sure that's under control is really important. But also doing little like mind games, playing mind games that help you with your memory, I think is something that I do on a regular basis. Even playing games like solitaire or things like that by yourself, where you can just kind of, if you have to figure out something, it really helps kind of train your brain, if you will. So, and the thing with Alzheimer's, they're saying is that, it starts the effects start about 20 years before you actually see any real symptoms. So, if you think about, my dad has early onset Alzheimer's. He got diagnosed at 59. I just turned 39 this year. So I am in that 20-year range of when it could have started for him. Not saying it did, but that's what they're, saying are possibilities. So, really paying attention to that, I think is really important. Making sure that you are, not dealing with stress very easily, very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of it right now.
Carefree.
But just dealing with stress, and making sure that you are not stressed out over things that are happening in your life, I think is really important too.
So,
you know what Black people don't do, Brandon? Like, I'm listening to you. What Black people don't do, what Black families don't do, they don't share. Like, nobody shares that. Oh, your granddaddy had blah, blah, blah.
That's so
right?
important.
Or grandma or uncle had blah, blah, blah. So by the time it gets to you, of course we're running behind in the race. Nobody told me that my family got high cholesterol. Nobody told me that. So if any,
and there's a lot of, what were you saying, Ramil?
No, because I was gonna say, if anything, the because I'm gonna add Portia in, because Portia's 27. Like, if anything, we're starting off behind the race. So how do we start? Portia has kids. Like, how do you start off leading the race if you don't even know what happened?
You have to know your history.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we have like traumatizing experiences that we don't even like to talk about in our communities, and we suppress a lot of the things that happen. So you might have went through a harsh time growing up between the ages of 11 and 14, and you try not to remember it, and then you get older and older and realize that you can't remember half your life. So we have to also work on that too.
Absolutely.
You're right, but I'm thinking about what gets passed on to us, like general, like passed on bloodline, like with Brandon, when Brandon was saying that his grandmother went through it. Then the question becomes, did anybody before grandmama go through it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to start behind the race, man. That's the only thing that fears me, starting behind the race.
That's why it's important that we talk about it, and as I say, sharing our stories is our superpower, right? It helps us. It helps us to be connected to other people, and it can save us, because that way what has happened, and what kind of can see where you may be going in your future if you pay attention to the signs. So I think that's really important.
So Brandon, you mentioned that your grandma was diagnosed with it as well, and you guys took your dad to get, I guess, tested for it. But what did that process look like? Did you see some things going on with him? Like, did you see any signs going on with him, or was it just a precautionary measure that you guys were like, let's just go see?
No, we saw some signs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and my dad was a really proud man. So, I think there took a while for him to kind of come to the grips, the idea that this was something he needed to get tested for. But there were things that we would see. So, like, just initially it was like, he's not following these text messages very well, or like, when he would respond, you'd be like, that wasn't the question that we really asked. So what is it that, what are you responding to? And my dad was, he was pretty high up at his organizations where he worked. And so we thought, well, maybe it's because he's used to having an executive assistant who, takes care of these things for him. So he's not really paying attention. But then I took a drive with him one day, and we were my brother is an actor. We were going to see him in a play in North Carolina, and we were driving down there, and he calls me Brian, right? And I was like, wait a minute, my name is Brandon. And, my dad could have called me any other name. He could have called me one of my siblings' names. He could have called me one of his siblings' names. It wouldn't have mattered to me as much, but Brian was so different because he's never called me that. And I was like, something's not right here. And one time we were having a birthday party for my nephew, and he got lost. And my dad's always really good with direction, and he would never have gotten lost at any other time. So those were kind of the major signs for us. And it was kind of like, okay, well, now we have to go, get this test. And who you go to? So you go to, most people don't know, you go to a neurologist, and that's who administers the test. and will make the diagnosis. And it's a pretty basic test, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But they also do like a CAT scan and things like that to see what's going on with your brain image wise. But yeah.
I love it.
Facebook is checking in. Kathleen Colin said this is a very important conversation. Long-term planning is needed. Cynthia Maria Stokes said, Brandon, thank you so much for sharing your journey and caring for your dad. A beautiful love story of a son and dad. So it's definitely needed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Before we let you go, your book, Rediscovering Dad and Discovering Myself, can you tell us one thing that you rediscovered about your dad and what you discovered about yourself through this journey?
So throughout the book, I talk about my relationship with my father from the beginning to up until now. And what I rediscovered about him was that he has this unconditional love and strength in him that I didn't necessarily think was there growing up. And not saying that he didn't love me, but saying that I thought my dad was this really, kind of stern guy who, didn't show a lot of emotion, right? But as I've gotten older, I've realized that he did that in a way to prepare me for manhood, but also it was his way of showing love too. And so there were some things that happened, and I talk about in the book throughout my childhood. And my dad came to a point where he actually apologized, and I thought that was so big of him to apologize to his child for some things that happened when we were younger. And, it made me really look at him in a different way. What I learned about myself is that everything that happened to me as a child and kind of led up to this moment of me being this caregiver for my dad and writing this book. And I'd never expected that for myself. It's not something that I saw happen, when I was growing up, but I'm so glad and fortunate for the opportunity and to be able to share with everyone.
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your experience and talking about this. Well, much needed conversation, very important topic. Alzheimer's affects a lot of people and we just don't know. So, shout out to you for seeing it in your dad, making sure you took the necessary measures to make sure that he was diagnosed properly. There's still a lot of people out there who have yet to go through that process. My aunt being one of them, she's 90 something and she calls us every name in the book, but we still haven't gotten her properly diagnosed. So this should basically kick us in the butt and be like, listen, just go get it done so that we'll know how to deal with it afterwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Brandon. We appreciate you coming on the show, talking with us about this topic. And
where can we find your book?
Absolutely. So I'm online at www.brandontheauthor.com. But I'm also on Instagram at Brandon the Author. I have a little blog that I started on my website. You can purchase the book from there. It's also available at Amazon, Walmart, Barnes and Noble, and Books A Million.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
All right. Thank
Brandon
you.
Burke.
Thank you, everyone. All right. Y'all have a
wonderful day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we went to my aunt's. We went to her 90th birthday party last year, 2019. It was out in LA. And she was up kicking it, talking to everybody, but it was clear that she didn't know who some people were. I remember she told me, she said something about, what's your name? And I told her, she was like, you look like your mama, you sound like your mama, but I know you're not your mom, or something she said like that. It was just funny. Yeah. So anyway, she's 91 now.
Yeah, and, I love the idea of keeping them active in some way. Like they need to, even when you think about shows like Jeopardy, it's just the simple fact that it makes you think, even though you don't know all of the answers. And I feel like that's why Alex Trebek, he was very cognizant, even though he was passing away. He knew what was going on at 80 years old. So we have to keep them active somehow.
And she looked good, y'all. She's 90 and she looked, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of her, but she's up, she's walking on her own, she's talking on her own, she does a lot for herself. It's just that her memory is going. So
well, my concern is more of you, the individual, you, Portia, you, Tiara, me, myself. I
It takes a
learned,
toll. Yeah.
man. I learned. It was heavy, adjusting school, adjusting work, adjusting DJing, adjusting how much time I'm gonna spend with him, how much time I'm gonna spend with my mom to make sure she's okay. Like
Yeah, and I know what you feel as an only child. I know that it's 10 times harder almost, because I have to think like I'm really all my parents have.
right? How does this work? Like the one thing that I love so deeply about my dad, he made it clear on how things work. This is how mortgages work. This is how bills work. This is how cars work. This is how, like the basics of what you need to take care of in this order: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. He made it super clear on that. But as far as taking care of, it's funny how men learn. I don't know how women learn. How men learn, these are the things you need to take care of to maintain a household. But what you don't learn is how to take care of a parent getting older, right?
Or you learn how to take care of the household, but you got to take care of the household inside of the household. Like you can have a structure, but what's going on inside the structure? It's like you ever go to somebody's house and they got the most beautiful house on the outside, but then the inside of the house is toe up, not looking nice, furniture everywhere, this and that.
Not toe
you
up.
gotta you've been there, but you have to maintain the inner energy of the household. It's both.
Yeah.
I feel you, Nate Westcott. I feel you, bro.
What he say?
Nate, it's like the roles were reversed. It's a huge weight to carry for sure. It really is. Even ours jumped in and said that her dad is 82 and he's still very active. It's the activity part.
Yeah. And one thing we don't realize, I don't want to spend too much longer on this topic, but like as we get older, we forget that like they're getting older too. Like as we remember middle school, high school, college, and then we see our friends and stuff having kids, and then they're having kids. I think through that whole process, I forgot that like while I was having birthdays, my mom and dad were having birthdays,
right,
and my grandma's having birthdays. So you just have to
and
remember everybody.
It's very important to be nice to your kids. Like when they little, you be like, shut up, shut the hell up. But as they get older, like you really do want to develop a great relationship with your kids. Like I wouldn't have it any other way than to have my mom live with me. Like just to know that she's good. Whatever she needs, like I can take care of her needs. Like that feeling right there is like none other.
Right.
So sometimes I do need to get out the house though.
I'm concerned about how you discipline them. Portia's like, hey, shut up. Hold on, Portia, that was a whole fist. That one the open.
Shut up.
That one the little backhand.
So shut up.
Right. I'm gonna punch. I don't know about y'all, mama. Punch. We're gonna jump into the social.
Punch?
No, that's you. Your kids
kids
like, my mama punch. I don't know about y'all, mama spanking. What's a spanking?
I wanted y'all to see the picture of my aunt before we moved on, but it looked like it's not pretty. So go ahead, from y'all. Social report.
My mama be boxing me. Miss Monique. Social report, wherever Ashley gonna go, I'll go with her, even though she didn't go this weekend, and I'm trying to figure out why we didn't. All right, so before she plays this video, let me set this in play. So protesters were out protesting about Biden and Kamala Harris and their excitement. What happened was the Po' Boys showed up and they started attacking protesters. What did not happen was the police didn't stop it. There wasn't no barricades out there. Play the video.
That's why we got COVID.
Now, this is a We're not gonna play around. This is a white terrorist organization in the middle of the street fighting and beating up protesters. Where's the police in DC with y'all roadblocks and y'all rubber bullets and y'all gas masks and y'all bullet batons and all the other stuff? Because clearly there is a full-out brawl. Now, even though nobody got killed, it would have been crazy if somebody would have just lit their ass up and then it would have been a problem. This is the problem, people. Like this, I want y'all to see peaceful protesters are getting pushed off to the side. These cats are fighting in the middle of the street and y'all ain't did jack. Washington, D.C.,
it's like the wild, wild west out there, y'all. It's just like wild, wild. Why?
I really hate it.
He lost, and he conceded.
He lost
a little bit.
Kinda. No, not
halfway. He did. Then he realized what he did.
He realized what he said and said. It's like he went to therapy, came out, and went back to the same old ways.
Yeah. He reverted.
What I hated was they called it the Million MAGA March. And it's like, don't do that to the Million Man March. Like, they always take our sauce and try to run with it. Oh, so y'all doing the Million Man March? We got the Million MAGA March. Like, Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter.
Like Miss Cora Berry always say, there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Baby cub. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, they always taking our sauce. They always taking what we got and trying to build on. They've been doing that for years. Nothing new under the sun.
And I'm sorry that happened to those people. Black, the protesters were black, white, women, Italian, Spanish, whatever. And I'm sorry that was happening to those people. Y'all wonder why people want to act crazy. Y'all gonna see people act crazy. Next up, Ashley, where you want to go with it? I'll ride with you, even though you still didn't ride with me this weekend. But I ain't gonna say that out loud.
She said she ain't want COVID.
She said she ain't want to go with Romeo. That's what she said.
The children of Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump switched schools after parents complained about their children not following the coronavirus guidelines that the school set in place. Now, what had happened was Kushner and Ivanka attended. Their parents attended Milton High School. The school told her that her children could not. The school. Your children cannot come into the school without a mask and sit in class. I'm Ivanka Trump. I'm so-and-so Trump. My children, it is not a law. My children don't have to wear a mask. Well, according to state law and CDC, our school is under the protection. And as this was happening, as the students were getting dropped off, parents, thank God for some real parents. Parents were like, nah, little Tommy ain't going in that school. If this man, your daddy was just sick and all these people from the White House is getting sick and we about to let our kids in here. Nope. So they not enroll. What you call it, Portia? De-roll. They pulled their kid out of school, and this is what happened over this past Friday, man. They thought they could just go in there and just do what they wanted to do because they daddy the president. Let me tell you about
that's terrible.
Let me tell you about ass whoopings. And I ain't gonna speak for Portia because Portia's a black mother. But I'm gonna tell you the phone call Portia ain't gonna get. Excuse me, Miss Monique. Your child is sick from COVID. How? My child ain't never got sick from COVID. Yeah, he was sitting next to Ivanka Trump's son. Oh, I'm about to go whoop her ass. That's gonna be it.
I think what's gonna be the reality check for the Trump family in general is this is not a monarchy. You live in a democracy. This is not what happens in London with the Queen and everything just gets passed down and they get to do whatever they want. That's how they live over there. That's what goes on in England. In America, once you're not the president no more, yes, you get Secret Service for the rest of your life because we got to keep you protected or whatever. But besides that, ain't no special protection or special privileges and stuff like that. Obama, Bush, all of them, they still got to pay taxes, still got to operate as regular citizens, still got to follow the same protocols that we follow. And the Trump family going to learn that the hard way this time.
Hey, Portia,
I don't think they give a damn. What? Ivanka Trump, what?
Ivanka Trump got your son sick and you need to come pick him up from school.
She bought that ass whooping. Bought. No, but listen, like, why they in school anyway? Like, homeschool them. Like, why y'all kids in school? I don't get it. Like, their kids should be homeschooled, for real. Especially since their granddaddy don't know how to social distance or play fair. So.
Hey, Facebook, I apologize for laughing. I just want to let y'all know, Portia dead ass serious though. Portia really dead ass serious. She joking, but Portia really dead ass serious. Also, I took all the precautions to make sure my child is. I can take Portia now. So I took all the precautions to make sure my child is following the school guidelines and protecting people.
But here's the other part of it, Romeo. Why y'all sending y'all kids to school anyway? Like, they should be doing remote learning. Like, we shouldn't have to have a governor step in and say, oh yeah, time out, no more.
I think they sent them to school. I don't know if y'all agree, but I heard that kids aren't performing as well without the interaction.
They're not. You ain't gotta hear it. Those are facts. Like, they're not. So what our school district did was, they, instead of having kids stare at a screen for 8 hours out of the day, they broke down the school day, right? So they said hours 1 through 4, you're going to meet on Tuesday and Thursday. Hours 5 through 8, you're going to meet on Monday and Wednesday. And then Friday is just like a day to catch up or something like that. Kids are not responding. Kids are not faring well. Kids are not paying attention, getting what they need. They're not.
I've only seen one successful teacher, and I'm gonna find out his name. I think he's super dope, because what he's doing is he realized that kids like my nephew and them, majority of the time when they're on a computer, they're playing a game, right? Because that's their
They
attention.
need to do something interactive, yeah.
That's how he's teaching. He's teaching it as a virtual game. Hey, 7 plus 7 is 14. So if this car goes 14 miles and it hits the bad guy, what's the, you know what I'm saying? He's learned how to adjust.
What class is that? Math?
Yeah, but that's the problem with the school.
What lesson?
I don't think it's the
This
students.
is why kids ain't doing well.
I'm just saying, I don't think, and I'm not putting this on teachers. I don't think students. I think is a lot of these teachers aren't familiar with new wave teaching. It's not the students. It's teachers who are not familiar with new wave students.
It's the students too, because the students can't damn concentrate because they so used to playing video games.
Yeah.
Or they so used to walking in the class. Like, it was bad enough
They
that
need
they couldn't
in-person
concentrate going
learning,
in the classroom to begin with. You put them in front of a TV and they're supposed to be on their own, or we're supposed to be their teachers now. That's a no.
Yep.
It's a hard no.
Yep.
It's not.
And then parents have to focus on work and making sure that the whole household is still maintained while being teachers themselves, while having to either go to work or be logged on a computer for 8 hours a day.
If you're a parent, and I'm not gonna put this on the parents, you got to do better. There's a female friend of mine who said, you know what? In order for me to make this better for my child, Portia, take your eyes away. She hooked, when they do class, she hooks the computer up to the big screen TV, right, with an HDMI cord. So now the kid is not looking at a computer screen, he's looking at the TV screen, and he's working because the parent, look, it is not the child's fault. It's between the parent and the teacher. Either the parent has to find innovative ways for her child to tune in, or the
got
teacher
time for
gotta do
that?
That's true, but you got to think about the hardship in
Nobody
itself
has
for
time for that.
parents having to. Parents weren't used to this. Parents love dropping their kids off at school, doing what they got to do, and seeing their kids at
8-hour
sometimes
daycare.
6 o'clock. Yeah.
8-hour daycare minimum. Here, get out. Don't fall on your way to class. Get out. Nobody has time for that, Romeo. Like, we're all dealing with this global pandemic of trying to just survive. Like, nobody has time to, especially if you got multiple kids and they bad as hell and they little. You just be like,
Thank you,
damn.
Iris Baker. Iris Baker
What
just
you
said
say?
yes. Yes, the parents also have to do their part in helping their child adjust to the
Yeah.
new.
Which they should.
Agreed, but nobody.
But
has
there was
time
no
for it.
warning either. Like, there was no, like, okay, y'all, so next year this is what's going to happen in the world. We're living through a pandemic.
I don't give a fly flip. After the first month, if my child is not taking in the information, I need to figure out a better way for my child to take in the information. That's what I got.
I promise y'all, my babies be coming to me and talk about, Ma, I got an A. I be like, oh, really? Oh, good. Congratulations, baby. Like,
It definitely depends on how students
Yay.
learn too. Because growing up, I didn't really need my parents' help with teaching or anything. I was good, but that's not everybody's experience. You know, some of them learn better in person, some learn better creatively. Some people could sit at a computer all day. That doesn't bother them. Some people, they need to work in groups. You know, there's so much.
I didn't need help, but I wanted to help, but I didn't ask for the help because my mom was always busy.
Right.
And, you know, so I was just like, whatever. I had to figure it out.
Next up, socially, y'all just got
What's
excuses.
up? What else is up?
Help y'all child. That's all. Next up, I'm gonna help.
You need to open up a school.
I am little Romeo School of Women. New York City will send mental health experts instead of cops to help on certain 911 calls. They released it this weekend. What they plan on doing is they're gonna do a pilot program, a tester program, where they're gonna send out mental health experts instead of cops to respond to 911.
You mean in addition to, like, together?
No. They're gonna send out mental health experts instead of cops and respondents to non-violent 911 calls beginning in 2021. So let's say this. I don't know, a car accident, a domestic violence, anything. Well, not gonna say domestic violence, but anything that's considered non-violent. They're planning on testing out mental health police experts, sending them out to the situation.
I feel like this comes after that story that we reported on before, where that guy ended up getting murdered for having like the knife in his hand. Maybe this is kind of like, if we send out mental health people versus just people who come across as ready to attack you, it'll alleviate the situation before it gets worse.
Well, that's
kind of I think it needs to be. I think it needs to be both. I think the police need to be there in the event that it does get violent, because who calls 911 for a non-violent offense? Nobody calls 911 for something that's not violent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't. So I think it needs to be in tandem. I think they need to call the mental health specialist as well as the police. The mental health specialist can de-escalate the situation without the police having to use brutal and or deadly force, and then everybody can walk away happy.
Yeah, kind of like how when people go to commit suicide and they get on top of like a bridge or like an apartment, and then they open up and they on the ledge of their window, and I guess they kind of call mental health experts to kind of talk them off the ledge. Is that kind of like a similar exercise they're trying to do?
I have no clue. I'm curious to see that New York is going to start it first.
I think it's a grand idea. I think it's a great idea. I just think they need to work in conjunction with the police as well.
And then keep in mind,
sometimes the police need to be checked. A lot of times police need to be checked. And if they have someone there that is holding them accountable for their actions, then they will probably think twice before using deadly force.
And just as we reported a week ago, New York has a brand new Black woman as their chief of patrol. So this is one of the things. This is one of the things that she implemented herself.
Yes, I love it.
That's amazing. I hope a lot of the mental health officials are diverse.
Last but not least, my VP can whoa. I don't know about y'all VP, but my VP, man, I'm riding with her. This is who I voted for. Play that, Ashley.
Okay. I didn't know what y'all was talking.
Damn, your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. I'm Steph when I hit the.
That's right. My VP went to the AUC and she learned how to whoa. My VP can whoa. I don't know about y'all VP.
Where did she go?
Jesus
Where
Christ.
did she go? Where she went? Where she at with it?
And that's the social report.
She went where in the world? Of all the places she could be, where she go?
And that was it.
HBCU.
Well, she
went to HBCU.
She went to the Atlanta University Center, home of what, Romeo?
Black people. So yeah, check it out, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned in and turned up and have some fun and all that stuff. I'm not trying to have a week of that. I'm not trying to have a week of Gramblings and Michigans and Detroits and Spelmans. I'm not trying to do that this week.
You just said she went to the AUC, so I'm just trying to say the energy on the campus is either she could do that at Spelman, she could do it at Morehouse, she could do it at Clark, and now she can do it at Morton.
Portia's report. This is so great. Wonderful.
Oh, what we got up? What we doing?
Hopefully we not
doing. Whoa. What we doing? Yes, y'all. So Waiting to Exhale is going to be a TV series. It's going to be produced by Lee Daniels, guys. And it's coming soon. I'm looking for the report right now. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so here we go. Today. How come I can't find it? Hold on. I can't
Is this gonna be another sad
Anyway, Terry McMillan tweeted that Terry McMillan tweeted that it's coming to a TV series. So she said, Waiting to Exhale is going to be a TV series produced by Lee Daniels, Attica Locke, and Timby Locke are writing. Anthony Hemingway will direct. She said she lucked out. So the buzz around Twitter was who was going to play Loretta Devine. Who do y'all think should play Loretta Devine in today's world? Waiting to Exhale TV series. Who do y'all think should play Loretta Devine?
I'm a guy.
Huh?
I'm a guy.
You a guy? What that mean?
I'm gonna tell you how much of Waiting. I know it's the classic. I'm gonna tell you how much of it I watched. 30 minutes in, and I realized, oh, this ain't for me. This movie ain't for me.
I bet you listen to that soundtrack though.
I'm a guy.
I bet you know Angela Bassett's character.
I don't care if you a guy. The soundtrack to Waiting to Exhale is the best soundtrack for a feature
produced by Babyface.
Period.
Produced by Babyface, just in case y'all didn't know.
The movie was not for me.
But the soundtrack was for everybody. Who would I want to see playing Loretta Devine?
Loretta Devine, and my personal favorite, of course, was Angela Bassett's character when she was like, she took that cigarette, she put everything in that car, she took that cigarette, she dumped it in the car. She was like, I don't give a damn. Let it all burn.
Period.
So anyway, who do we think should play Loretta Devine and Angela Bassett's character?
I can see for Loretta Devine.
Countess Vaughn? No, I don't think Countess Vaughn has enough zhuzh. I don't think she can pull it off.
Maybe like a Fantasia.
Fantasia's skinny now.
So it need to be somebody that look like her.
Well, I mean, it has to be somebody that embodies the character. Like, you can't just put a super skinny person in for Loretta Devine character.
I wonder, are they going to make it seem like they're doing the characters again, or could it be like a second generation? Like, these are the daughters of who all became best friends.
That would be
I would like to
interesting
see
because they
that.
were talking about how they would incorporate the original actors that are still living, of course.
Yeah, I would want to see that.
What are you saying,
I
Romeo?
feel like we're
First of all, Iris Bacon said, hold up, no, D Shield said, no, Iris Bacon said Niecy Nash, and then Kathleen Collins said, I'm with Romeo, exhausted. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, what? What else we gonna talk about? How still sad I am.
D Shield say? D Shield said who? Niecy Nash.
Nash.
Yep.
She would be a good addition.
Yeah,
I wonder how are they gonna honor Whitney's character? That's kind of the thing for me. Yeah.
Savannah. I love that name, Savannah.
I just want to be sad.
So anyway, we're gonna be looking out for that. Lee Daniels, of course, he was the mastermind behind Empire. So we're expecting great things from.
I wonder, is he gonna bring Taraji into it?
Taraji could be Savannah. Or no, Taraji could be Angela Bassett. What was Angela Bassett's character's name?
Taraji could play that role. I can't remember her name, but she could play that role.
Okay. Okay, moving on. Definitely looking forward to that one. What else do we have?
Oh God.
Sitting up in my room.
Okay, so y'all president, he conceded.
Yeah.
And then he took it back. And then he came back and said it was fake news. So I think he sees defeat in his eyes, and he can't refute it. He can't fight it. He can't file another lawsuit. So I think he's like, "Yep, we good. We done. I'm gonna go ahead and concede."
What I don't like about this whole situation is there's very important information occurring with COVID-19 that Biden's transition team he has the people in place and they're trying to figure out how we're going to deal with COVID in the future. And Trump's administration is not giving the detail on what's going on with COVID to Biden's transition team. And it's like, I get it. You're mad that you lost, but at the same time, there are American lives at stake here. At some point, this has to be bigger than you. And you have to think about all the lives at stake when you're withholding this information.
He's just being a real sore loser. And I think he mistakenly conceded the first time. And then he came back and he was like, "Oh yeah, it was fake news. I'm not conceding. I thought y'all knew. Yeah. I'm not that guy.
Not that guy.
Most fraudulent election in history." Like, he's just so okay. He said, "Okay, that's it." He said he won the election. I'm on his Twitter page right now, y'all. He's just. Anyway, what else is up? Because I'm exhausted about talking about him. That's what I'm exhausted about, y'all. I was saying. Okay, what else we got? We talked about COVID earlier, but I don't know if you have the statistics up for Michigan, so we can see those in black and white. Maybe, perhaps.
Possibly.
Anyway, I'll go back to it.
We got the New Music Monday interview. Oh, Ashley, you do love me sometimes when you not loving me. Well, it's a thing. So this is New Music Monday. I want to introduce y'all to Angelica Bias, Angelica Bias, female artist under the Monica umbrella. And here is her performing live exclusively for Rolling Out.
One, two, three, four.
everything, everything. And every time you call, I never let it ring. But you can't even tell me who you with when you go. No, yeah. You say it's serious, that it's just us. But when I need you, you sure ain't in a rush. And you act like I'm crazy, boy, you just don't know. No, no, don't make me play you. Don't make me do the things you do. You wouldn't like me if I wasn't true. No, you wouldn't like me if I acted like you. Don't make me bully you. Don't make me do the things you do. You wouldn't like me if I'm not acting like me, 'cause I'm too busy acting just the way you do. The way you do. The way you do. The way you do, do. The way you do. The way you do. The way you do. Will you ever change? Ever change? If I switch it up, you'll feel me, babe. I ain't gotta do the things I do now. Well, don't you ever get too comfortable. Try, but you just do the same. I tried and tried, you keep pushing me away. And you never thought I'd do it just the way that you've been doing. Boy, these niggas out here choosing just the way you do. Yeah, don't make me believe you. Don't make me do the things you do. You wouldn't like me if I wasn't true. Oh no, you wouldn't like me if I act like you. Don't make me believe you. Don't make me do the things you do. You wouldn't like me if I'm not acting like me, 'cause I'm too busy acting just the way you. What if I had a thing on the side, made you cry? Would the rules or would they still apply? If I played you like a toy, sometimes I wish I could. The way you do, the way you do, say the way you do, the way you do, the way you do, yeah. Don't make me put you on you, no. Don't make me do the things you do. Oh, you wouldn't like me if I'm not acting like me, 'cause I'm too busy acting just the way you do.
Dope.
One time, Angelica Baez, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bah.
You sound
She's
amazing.
oh.
Yeah, she
Bah.
was fire.
And each and every Monday, man, I'm gonna be bringing y'all New Music Monday live performances, live to Rolling Out and live on the social, where you'll get to see it every day at 12 o'clock noon. But she is super fire. So yeah.
She had a very sultry voice. I liked it.
I'm a premiere. Portia Monique is gonna premiere live December. Let me make sure I got
Yes,
this.
Christmas EP coming soon.
So December 21st, Portia Monique will be premiering live performance on New Music Monday. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put the weight on her
I'm
shoulders.
getting nervous, y'all. I'm getting nervous.
Let's do it.
Wait a
And
minute.
then-
Producer Ashley got my back. She said we got Michigan COVID restrictions. We on lockdown.
And then I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna start promoting I'm actually gonna be petty. I'm gonna start promoting Portia Monique live
Lord.
performance December
Wait a minute,
24th.
y'all.
To force
So
people
I'm
to
gonna have to drive to Chicago to drive a Munson because I can't fly to Atlanta. So next time Munson go to drive from Chicago to Atlanta,
I'm coming. That's when we gonna drop that
Yep.
album, the EP.
Period.
December
You ready?
21st. The week before Christmas. Live performance.
What song y'all want me to sing? I'm only gonna do I'm gonna do between 3 and 5 songs. I'm not doing any more than that. That's
5.
it. That's it. That's all y'all get.
You gotta be 5.
Can you find me some musicians down in Atlanta, Romeo?
Like
Because I liked her. I liked her guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
She was very simplistic, and it
Yeah.
sounded amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. December 21st, Portia Monique live parking lot concert.
Don't think. No, I'm quarantining in the studio.
Zoom.
I don't need nobody else in the studio with me. We're not doing no parking lot.
Zoom live concert. Let's go.
Y'all ready? I'm about to go on a crash diet. I was telling my girls last night, like, COVID lockdown 2.0. Everybody should be right. We working out, we getting up, we doing home exercises, getting right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for it. We can't wait to see it, man. Let's
What's
go.
my date?
Yep.
What's my date?
December 21st.
Tell it, Tiara. December 21st.
Oh, we on it now. Now we got a date. We locked in. You got a month and 5 days.
Me and Tiara gonna make it worse. We're gonna bring it up every single time just to push you, give you a little, positive push.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm ready.
One song.
I'm ready, y'all.
One song live. That's all I'm asking. One live song.
Ashley, can you put it in the chat to see what songs they want me to sing? Because we're gonna lock down the songs too. So now that we got a date, we need to lock down the songs. I'm gonna do Santa Baby. That's one of the songs.
What up, Pat? Pat's like, all right now. D Shield says she ready. Yeah, December 20th.
Yep.
I need everybody to start.
D is my girl. D is my girl. Yes, D.
Hashtag Portia Monique Live. Let's do hashtag Portia Monique Live. Let's go.
Let's go, y'all. Right now. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
We ready? We ready? Ready? Okay, what else we got going on, y'all? So I was trying to see if she was gonna pull up the restrictions again. Preschool through 8th grade, y'all tripping. Oh, okay. Here we go. So just in case y'all didn't know, this is what Munson said. It's not a punishment, but this is what our restrictions look
That's
like.
what it feels
I don't know how you make restrictions
3 weeks.
not whatever. Okay. So that's the thing. They say effective this Wednesday, November 18th, for 3 weeks. Y'all know that's how they got us the first time. They said it's only for a month, only to the end of the month, only stay into the end of the month. And then the end of the month came and they
turned into May.
Only to the end of right. So I don't know if y'all got casinos down there in Georgia, but casinos in Michigan are closed. I had no idea that movie theaters were reopened. Like I just wouldn't. I'm good. Stadiums, arenas are closed, high school, sports. So that's the end of my babies going to practice. They were practicing. They not no more. Arcades, bingo halls, bowling centers, ice skating rinks, indoor water parks, in-person learning at colleges, high schools, offices that can conduct business remotely, all closed. Modified indoor residential gatherings limited to 2 households, bars, restaurants open for outdoor dining only. I don't know how you do that effectively in Michigan when it's cold as hell. But fall high school championships postponed, winter sports pushed back. Here you go, Romeo. The gyms are open. That's so disgusting. Gyms will remain open for individual exercise. Outdoor dining and parks will remain open. Shopping, public transit, and personal care services are open with proper protocols. Manufacturing, construction, and work that can't be done remotely. Small outdoor gatherings, 25-person limit. Funerals are still permitted in healthcare offices. There we go.
There you go.
Well,
Who's going to the gym?
Stop it. Everybody goes to the gym. Get
I'm
it
not doing
in.
the gym.
Look, I thought
I'm
you
not doing the
said
gym.
that you were.
2.0, yes. I'm about to get it in for 2.0, but I'm not going to the gym. Like, we're going to do some calisthenics in here. We're going to use our own body weight. Like,
yeah.
we're going to.
Are there go? First of all,
bodies, yoga.
Before I bring that up, hey, I'm sorry, Michigan. Good luck to y'all. But do you have a goal set? Like, what's the goal?
For me?
Yeah. Like, is there
my weight loss?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask, is it a weight loss goal or weight gain goal?
Gain? No, it's definitely a loss for me. My goal is like trifold, right? So I definitely want to get more active, and when I had to go to the hospital the other week, my blood pressure has skyrocketed, and I'm sure that it has something to do with, number one, me not eating right, because y'all know that I stopped eating meat, like just cold turkey, just stop. And I didn't replace that protein. So I didn't replace the protein. I wasn't taking my iron. I wasn't taking my D3. I wasn't taking a daily vitamin. So yeah, I ended up in the hospital. But I'm good now. So it will definitely be to make sure that overall I'm feeling good, I'm exercising, I'm doing the things that I need to do. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I do want to lose 20 pounds. I want to be back down to my college weight.
Okay.
So 20 pounds is not a lot, like, especially since I stopped eating all the meat and stuff. I see it coming down. Like, I see the inches. I don't necessarily see it on the scale, but I do see the inches. My clothes are fitting differently. And then the third one is to remain active, like, flexible, and making sure that my body is moving the way that it's supposed to move. So that's my three.
If I tell you this, there's two things you can do. One is normal, one is drastic. Okay? Normal, you have to add at least 5 to 10 miles of cardio a day. Drastic, which is what I'm trying.
That sounds drastic, Romeo.
10 miles is a lot.
10 miles a day?
It's not drastic.
My name is Portia Monique. It's not Munson Steve. Munson's the one that be doing 12 miles a day.
Drastic is what I'm doing now, but I only do it like once. I do it once a week, where I just drink water for 2 days. I don't eat for 2 days. So my Wednesday, I don't eat on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Like Wednesdays, Thursdays.
That's interesting.
What do you mean you don't eat? See, I can't do that because I already had a spell with
Yeah, some people have to do different things for their body types. I think the most important thing when it comes to getting healthy, whether it be physically, emotionally, and all aspects of it, and I'm sure we're going to expand on this at Peace and Purpose, is doing things consistently. Like, if you tell somebody kind of to do something drastic, like go run 10 miles every day, they might do that for the first day, the second day, but by the third day, they're gonna be like, all right, I did enough. But if you tell somebody, okay, go run a mile today, try doing a mile and a half tomorrow, 2 miles the next day, take a break, next time, push yourself to 3 miles. I've even started to do that. Like, I started doing, in the morning, I would start meditating and doing yoga for like 10 to 15 minutes. And now I can do yoga for like 20 to 30 minutes at a time. So I think that to be consistent, whether it be diet, whether it be working out, you have to kind of scale up. Because if you go too hard in the beginning, you might fall off, and then you'll be like,
No flex. How many times a week you work out?
About 3 times. Hardcore working out. But
what do you do?
What
are you doing when you work out?
What do I do? I follow this girl on Instagram. So I have like her workouts and stuff like that she goes live, and I'll watch her workouts when she goes live. So that's how I like work out with her. And then I have like weights at the house. I have like a band for squats and certain things. So, and then I do my own thing.
So 3 days a week. How long?
At least an hour. But that's me just now getting back into it. I have a goal of working out 5 days a week, but I'm not there yet. Because while I'm working out, I'm also thinking about like, what am I gonna eat this week? What is gonna be my meals? Should I meal prep? Okay, last week I did salmon for 3 days. So this week I might do chicken for 3 days. Like, I think you have to kind of get a goal and then plan around your goal versus like, I got to do this 5 times this time. Like, you got to scale. It's okay to have a goal and not complete it immediately.
Yeah, G Shields, I like that. Portia, how many times you work out a week?
Don't do that. So listen, okay, so I'm gonna just be completely transparent with y'all. Pre-COVID, I was on. Like pre-COVID, I was so fine. I am gonna say that, and I'm patting myself on the back.
Yeah,
I was. Pre-COVID, I was super fine. I was tight, muscles. I was lifting. I was making sure my legs was right. And then after COVID hit and I couldn't go to the gym, I was not able, or I did not allow myself to make up for the physical part of going to the gym. I should have immediately interjected into my day, waking up earlier in the day, working out at home, and then get my day started. I just didn't. So I didn't incorporate it. So I don't. Short answer, I don't.
But she's gonna work on it and get there. Be proud of yourself for being mentally fit in the midst of a pandemic. Pat yourself on the back for that.
Everybody need to carry a tiara around on their shoulders to make them feel so nice. Hey man, get off y'all.
I'm gonna start.
I'm just saying you it's a healthy way to make people feel bad and feel good about where they want to be. I think we got to focus on that.
Well, I'm about to give y'all some help. Get off y'all ass.
No, really, Romeo, I need that. I am going to do it. I just need to. So now that we are on lockdown for the rest of the year, I know what I need to do. I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just going to do it.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
5 o'clock in the morning.
You want me to wake you up? You want me to start texting you and wake you up when I get up?
I'm up. That's the bad part. I'm up. I was telling producer Ashley earlier, I don't kick it into gear until about 6:37. But I'm up.
Yeah.
Up.
This daylight savings has been really weird. Like, I can go to bed at 8 and wake up at like 5 a.m. Like, I go to, it doesn't, by 6 o'clock, I be tired.
Tired?
Y'all don't be tired early with this since this daylight savings? I feel like this daylight savings got melatonin in it.
I sleep between 12 and 4 every day.
That's not good though, Romeo. That's not good. You need your sleep. They say, I'm just saying, sleep helps you to rejuvenate your body.
It does.
You need your sleep.
Man.
Yeah, I got rid of that sleep when I'm dead lifestyle a couple years ago. Okay. You gotta recharge. So that way, because you know what it is? Direction is so much more important than speed. Don't be going nowhere fast and breaking your body down.
Direction is more important than speed. Not if you get there late. Let me tell y'all something about TR and these Spellman premonitions of stuff. I love her to death, man.
I'm sorry, what are they? I've been letting you pass all day.
Premonitions.
All week. Okay, yep, because that's not a word, but go ahead.
Okay, I need Terry in because preconceived, whatever the word is.
Not preconceived.
So look, y'all better Portia, I need you to get off your ass. TR, I need you to stop making excuses.
I'm doing it.
It's not an excuse.
Get there. Get there, TR. Get there. Start now.
So I have a bike. I think I want a treadmill. Look, any damn excuse. The treadmills, I'm getting me a treadmill for Black Friday. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give me a treadmill for Black Friday. And the other thing about me is that I would reward myself by looking at TV when I went to the gym, right? So that was the only time I would look at TV. I would stream it on my phone. Now that I'm not going, it's not a reward. So I just don't even turn the TV on, really. Like, I don't even know. I might binge watch, but
let me let me tell you, I know we got to get out of here. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. One of the dopest incentives that I have is me and about 20 people every single week on our run app. Whoever gets to 30 miles first gets $50. Think of that type of incentive. Like we literally be running our ass off to see who's gonna get there first. Like we challenge everybody, and we put up money every week. Every week. I'm gonna put y'all on
this. That's good.
So
You do have to have.
Is the pot $50 or is it
$50 per person. I even got our great Melinda Johnson.
$50 per person?
Yeah.
So how many is it? So how much is it?
It's about
$200?
I've only won twice. I've won like $400 like twice. I've only won twice.
Oh wow! I'll do it for that.
I even got Melinda Johnson, our Melinda. She's on my my Apple Nike tracker. She joined my tracker, so I get to see her progress every week, and she gets to see my progress every week, and I get to motivate.
System. Yeah, support system. We need a support system.
We should be working out for our 10-year-old plus self. Like I say this all the time, but we really do need to be working out for our future self. So I'm just saying. Let's get it in gear. I'm following Tabitha. She done taught me how to make some
Tabitha Brown.
Tabitha Brown. She done taught me how to make some bacon made out of carrots.
I was looking at her. What did she make? She made scallops, like shrimp scallops, out of mushrooms. It looks so good too.
Bacon out of
carrots. I'm not a big mushroom fan. So yes, I'm gonna have to get the recipe on how she did it. But she peeled some carrots and made them kind of thin like bacon and put some smoke on it and some other stuff. And so when you're eating it, it tastes a little bit like bacon. It's still a carrot, but it just has a bacon.
Has that taste.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
Anyway, we on positive thoughts, y'all. Positive thoughts. Go ahead and kick it off, Tiara.
Sure. My positive thought of the day, as we talk about exercising, exercise your body, exercise your mind, have a goal that you want to accomplish and give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself when it comes to your goals. But at the same time, it's more so about exercising. So when you exercise your muscles, sometimes it hurts to focus on the gains, but you feel ultimately better. And that goes the same thing with your mind. Exercise your mind, whether it's meditation, whether it's yoga, whether it's therapy, whether it's journaling. I'm all about that. So exercise in whatever way that you feel like is going to work best to get you in the direction you want to go. And I'm going to pass the ball to Romeo.
I can't come behind that. I was gonna tell y'all to get off y'all ass, but she just gave us a little tweet. And, that's the wrong word, but my positive thought of the day.
Actually, that was the right word.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Monique. It's my positive thought. It's Monday, man. Like Jesus Christ. Hey, man, love you, Portia.
Okay, y'all. I am going to give y'all something to set your tone for the rest of the week. And it's Monday, like you said, magical Mondays, motivational Mondays, and we all can take this and take heed and basically set ourselves up for the rest of the week. So I saw this on Instagram and I thought it was a great idea to bring it to positive thoughts, because oftentimes we do fall into these traps within our own mind. So with that, I am going to say, be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be humble, but not timid. And be proud, but not arrogant. So just a little something to set y'all tone for the week. And remember, as we go along our day, that we can make someone's day by just smiling. So be strong, but not rude. Kind, but not weak. Humble, but not timid. Proud, but not arrogant.
Yep.
I am your host, Portia Monique. We got Romeo International, we got Tiara Berry, and we are your AM wake up crew, y'all. Wake up crew, y'all. Wake up crew, y'all.
Get up, enjoy your day, enjoy your week, y'all. Off to a good start. Happy Monday. Yeah. Protect yourselves, wear a mask.
Oh, I see y'all drop the hashtag Portia Monique Live, Portia Live. I see y'all dropping the hashtag.
There we go.
Let's get it going. Yeah, don't
All right, y'all. I'm going in the studio. I'm gonna have to create my own studio.
I'm glad you feel me, Nate. It just sounded too soft, man. Everybody was just being all lovey-dovey, man. Get off y'all asses. I'm tired of this. Kate.
We need good energy.
See y'all tomorrow.
All right.
Great energy. See y'all tomorrow.
Y'all give y'all a hug.
I'm going in the studio.